Hello YouTubers and welcome to another episode. Today we're going to have a little bit of a chat about sculling versus sweep. For those of you that have been watching the channel for a while, we started in a sweep boat, but recently I've been doing a lot more sculling, so I've made a video similar to this before, but I didn't have as much sculling experience, so this one's going to be a little bit different with more sculling experience, and I'll let you know the difference between the two. For those of you that haven't really done a lot of sculling or a lot of sweeping, a really big difference is the difference in oars. We have the two oars right here. A sweep blade on the right, sculling blade on the left. As you can see, the sweep blade is a lot bigger, and as you can see as well, the handles themselves, I'll just bring it down here, the handles themselves are very different for one big reason. So as you can see, we have a place for two hands on the sweep blade, and on the sculling blade you have a place for one hand when you're on the water. So the big difference between sculling and sweeping is you have two blades when you're sculling and you have one blade when you're sweeping. That's the big difference, and that makes a lot of things when you're on the boat a lot different, but that's kind of the big thing when you're on the water. Now we're going to get on the water now in the single, and then we're going to have a little bit of a chat about the other differences that you might feel in sweeping versus sculling. So join me on the water, and I'll see you after. Oh yeah! Oh. Yeah. Go on, go on.
Oh no!
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. How was your session in double, guys?
Oh, it's really good. I mean, even though we didn't get permission, like,
This is Jack from the World Cup, the Jack Burns. This is the Matthew Fielding. Good lads in the double. That's a single, that's a double. We're all sculling here today. No sweep. Jack, would you be happy to discuss, I want you to get out of the boat and de-stress from your session, the differences between sculling and sweep?
Yeah.
Sounds good. I'll see you in a bit.
Catch you later, YouTubers.
And we've made it outside.
Sculling is
Wait a minute. We've made it outside of the Scottish Rowing Centre right there after our lovely water session. We've got Jack here and Peter and myself.
Talk about the difference between sculling and sweep.
Sleep is important also. So sculling and sweep. So we've got Peter, who's not done too much sweeping and basically all sculling. Jack, expert in both, and I'm a sort of middle ground. I've done a lot of sweeping but not a lot of sculling, I would say, time-wise. So Jack, biggest differences between sculling and sweep before you get in your way cycling?
Well, the similarities to start, they're both boats still. They're both like feet that you strap in, and then there's still a seat, but just one of them's with one oar, and then you hold both hands on the one oar, and you kind of row just with both hands on one oar instead of each hand on one oar.
All right, okay. So like we said earlier and showed you the differences, the biggest difference is the one oar or the two oars.
Yeah.
Is there much? So when you're rowing along, brain power wise, sweeping versus sculling, do you find any difference?
You have to swing around the pin, don't you, a little bit?
Yeah,
you sweep round the pin, whereas in sculling you're completely symmetrical.
Which one do you find easier?
Sculling's more skill, takes more skill.
Sculling's more silky for sure.
Debatable. Maybe that's why I'm so good at sculling, because I have so much silk. Just kidding. So probably the biggest I find sweeping in a big boat easier.
Yeah.
And sculling in a big boat harder, just because it is, you have more to do.
Yeah.
Like in a sweep boat, you can almost just like you sit there kind of when the boats get bigger, it gets easier regardless. But then like an 8 is much easier to row than a quad still.
Coaching beginners in a quad is hard, but coaching them in a single is easy. But coaching beginners in an 8 is easy, but coaching them in a pair is hard.
Yeah. If that made sense. Yam Squad. Hopefully it did, and that will be it for
Pearls of wisdom from GB Jack Bird.
Yeah, well done for your World Cup appearance.
Thank you.
That's your first international vest.
Yeah.
Don't know if you saw earlier, he had his own one on. Absolutely fantastic.
Roll down.
But now that'll be it for the episode of Yam Squad. A little bit of fun, a little bit of harking back to the original, getting the lads chatting in as things ease down a little bit. And we'll say goodbye to Jack for today.
See you
later, Jack.
See ya.
Enjoy, be safe. He's made his own bike from parts just from around, but that's another video for future Yam Squad to look forward to. Let me know in the comments below what you think the differences between sculling and sweep are, and maybe we can make another video discussing those. But now it's time for Peter and I to go get our vaccines. Absolutely fantastic. And we'll see you in the next episode, Yam Squad. And remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that like button and have a good one.